My neighbour just bought my vibrator around. It's been 9 weeks of being single and I'm really struggling, to be honest. I'm trying to be positive, but I feel like I'm really grieving and I feel like I just want to fast forward like the next 3 months of healing and trying to feel better, but then I don't want to wish away time. I also feel guilty for grieving when the person still exists. It makes me feel guilty talking about it to anybody who is actually grieving somebody that is no longer here. My heart has been hurting today and I was just cuddled up on the sofa with myself and the cats, and my neighbour knocks on my door with a package. You may remember my neighbour from a few videos ago. Well, today we met properly. Little did he know what he had in his hands. I feel too sad right now to even think about doing anything like that, even to myself. I bought it for just in cases, and of course it's healthy. It's kind of like fate when he knocked on the door because I just needed to speak to someone at that time, so I invited him. We had like a whole hour conversation. We're pretty much going through the same thing. Obviously I can't share any personal details. We're the same age as well, so I feel like there's definitely going to be a few party nights, and I've told him he's invited to the housewarming party already. And then we also talked about looking after each other's cats if we go away, which I think is so nice. More of a roundup. I feel horrendous. I did go out last night and obviously that hasn't helped, but I definitely needed it. And my best friend came over, he had a sleepover, we had some wine, it was so fun. But all week building up to that, I've just felt shit. Keep ruminating, I keep thinking what if, I keep questioning my own sanity and my own reality, and I'm just really in my head at the moment. The pain just feels so strong, but I'm not crying right now. I'm not doing it. I've cried too much. It just happened with my neighbour. I feel like it's still a glimmer in the day and there's still hope and there's still positivity in life. Car gets delivered on Wednesday, which I'm so excited for. I feel kind of boxed in at the moment because I don't have a car. I'm not very well either. I have a cold. I think I mentioned that on my last video, so I've been run down. I went to an engagement party last week and everybody from the engagement party has a cold. But I did sleep really well last night, but I think that's because my friend was in the spare bedroom. Obviously, I've slept on my own every night up until that point. For anybody else that's going through this process, it's really not linear. There are days when I'm like, I feel okay, like I'm going to get through this. And there are days when I'm just like, what has happened? My life has just been completely turned upside down and I feel like I've got no control over it. It feels like a train is just going off the tracks. I am going away next month. I mentioned this on my old TikTok that I was doing the Kesha tour. Some friends that I met on the Kesha tour back in 2010 and we've all stayed in contact. When she announced her Europe tour, obviously we booked dates for every single tour. I'm not going to go to all of them because I don't want to be away from the cats for that long. I'm going to Berlin, on to Paris, on to Amsterdam, back to the UK, London, Manchester, seeing Rene Rapp in the middle of all of this, and going to Dublin for the night on St. Patrick's weekend as well, which will be so fun. So I've got so much to look forward to. Also, my best friend feels like the luckiest person in the world right now because he's got all of the tickets that I bought before for me and my ex-partner. He's just been gifted all of these music tickets. That sucks as well because it just reminds me of like when I bought all these tickets, I didn't think that I was going to be in this position now, obviously. I've got tickets up until September this year for events, so as soon as that's out the way, I feel like I'll be able to breathe a little more as well because obviously that's me still living in my old life. I'm starting with Ashniko on Friday in Manchester. After the show, we're going to meet some of my friends that I met in Manchester when I lived there. Favourite thing about my friends is I know I can put them all in the same room and every single person will get on, regardless if they've met each other before or not, because we are all the same person. Anyway, that is my Sunday night roundup. I've got so much work to catch up on this week, which now I'm feeling a little bit better with my cold. I can't wait to get into it. I've got loads of recipes to cook and it's pancake day coming up as well, so I can't wait to like experiment with some recipes for pancake day. And I have my car, so I don't have to Uber Eats or carry loads of shopping bags back.